18%. That's the number I've been worried about for some time now. It represents the percentage of people who've given to a nonprofit for the first time and then give again the next year. That means that only 2 out of 10 donors who gave to you last year are likely to give to you again. For this month's episode, I'm going to be talking about motivation, and specifically, I want to look at the role that motivation has in addressing that 18% number that I'm sharing. It hasn't improved since the Fundraising Effectiveness Project started tracking it a few years ago. And trust me, I'm supposed to know that information. So let's get focused on motivation with the most important question you can ask yourself. Why do people give to your organization? And let's actually take a moment here to let you answer. We'd love to see your answers in the comments. So let's, maybe, see what people are doing. Why do people give to your organization? So I know we have people from Beverly, Massachusetts. Hello, Katie. We have folks from Arlington, Massachusetts, LinkedIn user. We got Brianna, Atlanta, Georgia. Obviously, we have Julia as well. So, why do people give to your organization? We'd love to hear this because this is getting to the crux of what I want to get into in detail today. So, let's give it a little bit more time just to see. Welcome to the delay that LinkedIn has too. But Michael McDonough, thank you, Michael, for joining us also. Shared values in terms of Catholicism. Love that. That's kind of a person's narrative right there to support the Atlanta parrot community, saving lives and education. And I want to get into that a little bit more, Brianna, in terms of like the deeper understanding there. Caitlin says to support domestic violence survivors and their children to begin new lives away from violence. Okay, these are awesome. And so let's break it down a bit to help tie those together, since that's actually a very complicated question to answer. One of the top experts on the subject of philanthropic psychology is the Institute for Sustainable Philanthropy, and they outline three primary motivational categories for generosity that the things that you folks shared fall into. First, situational giving. And this is influenced by current events, social trends, and the immediate circumstances of the person giving. These are folks who are motivated by a sense of urgency or relevance of the situation to their immediate circumstances. Then there's relational motivation, and this is driven by personal connections, trust, and engagement with the nonprofit organization itself. Personalization assists here since it builds relevancy in a person's life around the cause that your nonprofit is focused on. And then there's the strongest type of motivation, identity based motivation. And this is where giving is seen as a reflection of the person's values and perception of who they are as a person. This is definitely the strongest bond that a nonprofit can develop since it transcends circumstances and staff turnover. And several of the causes that were even shared here definitely lend themselves to this type of motivation. And most folks as donors consider themselves to be good people. This means that in a given situation, if they are offered the opportunity to make a difference in something, they're going to step up and do it. Yet, have you ever seen a donor reply to one of your emails and say, I don't know why I'm on your email list? If you're like me, the first instinct is to go to the database and see what the history is. And you may very well see that they have donated to your nonprofit already. But remember, people's brains are unreliable and they can only remember so much information at one time. So instead of being annoyed that they don't remember giving your nonprofit $100 last year during your 90s themed gala, start to understand who they are as a person and how they found out about your organization in the first place. Now, the answer here is not more technology. This is critical to understand the future of our sector if we hope to have one within 50 years. The human brain does not react the same way to giving as buying something online. Now, one of my favorite videos on this subject is from Next After about the spark line of a donation. And it outlines that when someone makes a donation versus buying something online, the reactions are different. If I order Domino's pizza, I'm staring at that tracker and I'm getting excited about the pizza getting delivered. The happiness is about the object, the pizza, not the action, the ordering. The opposite is true when I give to a nonprofit organization. People are coming to a nonprofit's donation page already motivated. That means if I make a donation, I'm happiest when I make that gift. The action itself is what makes me happy. And my brain, as a donor, can actually have an identity forming memory if that experience is magical. And that's what's so great about the nonprofit sector. We have the possibility to make amazing things happen in our communities every single day. And this is a global movement as well, with over 10 million nonprofits and non governmental organizations worldwide in operation today. So, how can you begin to develop a strategy that is smart with goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely? I think the answer is deeply connected to understanding motivation. And a great way to organize your engagement is by focusing on motivational archetypes. Now, the quick and dirty definition of an archetype is that it's a symbol, a setting, or a character that has universal meaning. As my colleague Abby Jarvis recently told me, there's a Cinderella type character in every culture. The motivations of donors also have universal archetypes that are specific to our sector. I actually ran a live coaching workshop on donor motivational archetypes on Monday and outlined 5 types to at least start with. They are motivations that appeal to a person's self interest, someone's social status, personal narratives like the faith that we grew up with, the inherent draw of the places we live in, or the causes that we believe have global consequences. Now, understanding that your work is something deeply human and universal is what connection is all about. Unfortunately, there's a lot of obstacles that we as a sector has thrown up against fundraisers to stop them from being able to actually connect with people in an authentic way. I truly believe that one of the biggest things holding back our sector is the scarcity mindset that forces people to do too many things with too little money. And this has led fundraisers like you feeling too afraid or tired or cynical to be allowed to dream, to truly fall in love with the work itself, and to feel that experimentation will be rewarded, not punished, to be creative and excited and refreshed and unafraid, to feel safe and included and seen. And most of all, to feel that you can love yourself because of the work that you do and who it allows you to be. Now, I know that this can sound silly or naive, and some days it certainly seems impossible. However, I truly believe that if people like me can give you the right tools and support folks like you who need them most, then it can begin to make a difference in that donor retention rate and to start to turn things around for good. Now, technology absolutely has a role to play in all of this. I've personally witnessed the power of bringing people together through technology like this. And I have so many friends because of social media, and I'm connected to all of you because of the power of technology. That's why I'm excited to do more in person things this year, such as host a party at AFP Icon in Toronto with my friend and guest today, Julia Campbell. We also love collaborating to put on things like the Nonprofit Social Media Summit, and we're already hard at work this year. So I'm excited to speak with her and talk more about that. Yet, no one has helped reignite my passion for nonprofit technology more than Anna Van Cleef. While I've been in the nonprofit sector since 2008, I didn't start working in nonprofit technology till November 2011. NEON actually stands for Nonprofit Enterprise Operations Network. It's an acronym, folks. And that came from the original founders of the company that created the CRM. That was called Z2 Systems, located right in Chicago, Illinois. But the journey of Neon One has been a long and sometimes painful, but utterly transformative and rewarding one for me. And there's always highs and lows in any job. But one of the lovely things about my time at Neon One right now is that there are way more highs than lows. We have amazing investments like Neon One Academy, like what we heard about last month with Dr. Tony. We have Generosity Exchange in October. But most importantly is that we have monthly product releases that improve the foundation of everything that we do. And a lot of that comes alive because of Anna Van Cleef. So I cannot wait for y'all to meet and hear from from her and what we have coming up next month in particular. It's a big one. Now, it's time to stop focusing on bad news, and it's time to start building the world we want to live in. And if you're like me, the time has passed for others to do it for us. We're going to need to do it ourselves. So that's why I'm excited about this month's show. We have two amazing guests and a hell of a giveaway this month. So let's get into it.
Mark your calendars now for upcoming episodes of Generosity Experience Live. Episode 3 will be streamed on Thursday, March 28th. Episode 4 will be streamed on Thursday, April 25th. Watch past episodes of the show on our Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn channels at Neon One Tech.
Thanks for watching Neon One on YouTube. Subscribe to keep up with all our upcoming videos, and check out another video right here.